And it's lights out, away we go. Johnny Herbert getting alongside his teammate, going into turn 1 now. And no, he doesn't get past Ralf Schumacher. Both Stewarts hold their positions in 6th and 7th. So the bad news is Eddie Irvine's passed us, but the good news is we have managed to pass Ralf Schumacher. So it's looking good for Mclaren at the minute. It looks like it's going to be a 1-2 for the team, unless Ferrari can get their act together here. Here we have Rubens Barrichello, who's just going to come into the pits for his first of his 2 pit stops for his race, and he exits the pit lane with a decent pit lane time, 9 minutes. So basically just under 10 seconds. So the drama has ensued here. Eddie Irvine's out with a fuel issue, and so is Mika Hakkinen. So it seems that McLaren and Ferrari have underfueled their drivers. Well, I don't think they've underfueled Coulthard or Schumacher, but Hakkinen's out the race, Irvine's out the race. That's going to be third in 1998. David Coulthard is going to cross the line and win here in Melbourne, whose teams couldn't get their strategy right, and Rubens Barrichello comes across the line to take a magnificent third for Stewart Force. Brilliant drive for the Brazilian. Johnny Herbert, the experienced Brit, crosses the line in 4th. A fantastic result for Stewart.
Hey, what's up? It is Dan or DMAD96 here, back again for more F1 Manager. Here for the second round of the season, which is at the Brazilian Grand Prix, the Interlagos circuit. Of course, last time we were at the Australian Grand Prix, and to my overall surprise, we managed to finish on the podium, thanks to Mika Hakkinen and Eddie Irvine both running out of fuel midway through the race. And yeah, we got 3rd and 4th in that race. Hopefully we can get another good result here. Obviously I don't think we're going to be competing for the race win unless something extraordinary happens, but it would be nice to get another podium again. But my main aim will be just to score points. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Here are the Drivers' Championship standings from the previous rounds. We're sitting 3rd and 4th as we finished in those positions in the previous race, and the Constructors' Championship, of course, we are 3 points off Mclaren and ahead of Ferrari. Team Managers Championship, we are top of that. And that's so I'll either be moving on to some news, or I will cut straight to the race day. Okay, I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to get another sponsor on the car. So Autosport are available, obviously the media magazine. So let's just send off for them. And we're actually going to be getting a sponsor on the car. This is going to be the first time actually making a sponsorship offer. We've also got some merchandising proposals. Now you get these throughout the season. So we've got offers for polo shirts, watches, and jigsaw puzzles. Like anyone who wants a Stewart jigsaw puzzle. Okay, so we have some rumours from Prost. Now, over the course of the season, we'll be getting rumours and confirmations of parts and personnel and drivers for each team. So, yeah, we can see Prost are rumoured to be getting Brembo brakes, which is what they already have this year. And, well, obviously it could be a problem for them because that means they could have a chance of running out of brakes by the end of the season, but I doubt it. So, yeah, not a brilliant move for Prost, but it's their decision at the end of the day. Okay, so Autosport have agreed to be a sponsor for our car, so we're going to place them on the car now. I feel like placing one there. We could place it there, but no, we're not going to. So I don't think I've explained this bit actually. So you get different positions to put the spots on the car. The A spots are worth $350. The C spots $17,500, and the B spots $70,000. So we don't have any major spots left, so we're just going to put one there, and the other one over there. Yeah, so that is Autosport on the car. So now let's continue. Okay, so Prost have actually confirmed something. They have confirmed that they'll be having Brembo brakes. As we saw earlier, their rumours have Brembo brakes. They have confirmed that they are retaining the Brembo brakes for next season. So that's an interesting move for Prost there. And Benton are rumoured to be getting Magneti Marelli electronics, which I believe is what they currently have already. And straight after the rumours that Benton were getting Magneti Marelli electronics, here they are confirming that they'll be using Magnetin Rally Electronics for next season. So they are retaining the components, and for a decent amount of money as well, $47,000. So pretty decent price. And there's our confirmation that Autosport are sponsoring us. So here we are at the second round of Brazilian Grand Prix Interlagos. The circuit I enjoy, and hopefully, like Australia, this can give us some good luck. Just like our third place that we got. Like I said, a podium would be brilliant, but I doubt we're going to be getting it anyway. So obviously, race lap record set by Jacques Villeneuve in 1997. Now it's time to move on to the end of the practice session. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so practice has just finished, and again, similar to the previous practice session, only this time though, Jordan are faster than us. Eddie Irvine once again way off the pace in 9th, and Johnny Herbert being the fastest of the two drivers. Now I didn't mention this at the start, but this is of course Rubens Barrichello's home Grand Prix, so I'm sure he'll want to do a good job for the home fans. But the reason why Johnny Herbert was quicker was because I sent him on a low fuel run towards the end of the session, so that's probably the main reason why I was 6th fastest. And at the top, no real difference. Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher the fastest. David Coulthard in 3rd. Championship leader, trying to keep up with his teammate, and Schumacher, of course, although he was a second off his teammate. They have Hill and Frentzen as well, 4th and 5th. And yeah, pretty normal session, apart from Johnny Herbert being ahead of his teammate and Irvine being way off the pace. So I'll be using the new front wing rear wing in qualifying, but now let's move on to the qualifying report.
Interlagos is the venue of round 2 of the 1999 Formula 1 World Championship. David Coulthard won the last race, but can Mika Hakkinen, Michael Schumacher or even Eddie Irvine closing on the Scot as qualifying got underway? Tor Takaki ends qualifying last this time as Arrows' difficult start to the season continues. Both Minardi's line up in between the two Arrows cars, with Luca Badeau getting the better of his teammate. It was another miserable session for Sauber as John Lacey starts 15th with Pedro Diniz 18th. Jarno Trulli beats teammate Olivier Panis as the Italian starts in a solid 14th. Jacques Villeneuve had another good session in 13th, once again beating Ricardo Zonta, who only managed 16th. Zanardi had better fortunes this time, qualifying in 12th, 2 places off his teammate Ralf Schumacher. Giancarlo Fisichella gets better over his teammate Alex Burst, as both Benetton start ahead of each Williams driver. It was another strong session for the Stewart team, with Britain Johnny Herbert managing to make the top 6 ahead of teammate Rubens Barrichello, who starts 8th. Both Jordans make the top 8 once again, with former world champion Damon Hill 5th, ahead of teammate Frentzen in 7th. Eddie Irvine stepped up in qualifying, moving from 9th in Australia to 4th in Brazil. However, Ferrari couldn't stop Mclaren out in front, as it was another front row lockout and another pole position for Mika Hakkinen. Can the Finn bounce back from his DNF in Australia and return to the top step of the podium? Okay, so here we are on the strategy screen now. Both drivers are doing a one-stop strategy, Barrichello pitting at first. And yeah, qualifying, yeah, it was alright. Johnny Herbert 6th was decent, Barrichello 8th not so much, but we split the two Jordans, with Johnny ahead of Heinz-Alf Frentzen behind Damon Hill. They seem to be our main rivals at the minute. McLaren front row, Ferrari second row, no major surprise. And then the grid pretty much similar to the first round in Australia, so best strategy again, both drivers on a one-stop strategy. Let's hope that we can have another good result, hopefully get some more points and get more than Jordan this race, so we can obviously stay ahead of them in the Constructors' Championship. So let's move on to the race. Here we are, Brazilian Grand Prix, the second round of the season, on board with Johnny Herbert from the starting line, and we are underway here at Sao Paulo. And we can see the two McLarens getting off to a good start, and Johnny Herbert alongside that. Jordan's actually got ahead of Damon Hill, so Johnny Herbert gaining in position from the start, and into 5th goes the Brit. And now he is behind the two Ferrari drivers. I doubt he'll catch up to them, so his aim will probably be to stay ahead of the two Jordan drivers. Barrichello, I can see, has dropped back from the Jordans. Yeah, it's quite a way off, but a brilliant start for Johnny Herbert, and he's already advanced a place up. Meanwhile, if we have a look at, let's go to the front of the field. I think it is still Mika Hakkinen pulling away at the front, and he is putting a gap to his teammate David Coulthard. Of course, he won the last race, and it looks like it's going to be a constant battle between the McLarens and Ferraris out in front.
don't think there's much that anyone else can do about it. We're going to go on to the director mode to see where it will take us now. Johnny Herbert back on board with him again. He's slowly starting to put a small gap to the Jordans, and it would be good if he can finish ahead of these two, as it will give him points in the Drivers' Championship and obviously more points for his team in the Constructors' Championship. But lap 1 has finished, and it is the McLarens that lead the Ferraris, then followed by Johnny Herbert and Damon Hill, and that is your top 6 after lap 1 of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So, a pretty uneventful race so far. We're moving on to lap 7. As you can see on the map, Mika Hakkinen is, well, miles ahead of his teammate. He's there, Coulthard's there, and Ferrari's they're struggling to overtake Coulthard. But here we are at the battle for 5th position. Johnny Herbert slowly being caught by Damon Hill, who is in the quicker car. But if we go on board with Rubens, he's having a very close battle with Heinz-Harald Frentzen, and he was ahead of him at one point in this race. So hopefully he can keep up and obviously overtake the two Jordans so we can get double points for the Stewart team. There might be some retirements later on in the race, so, but we never know what could happen here in Sao Paulo. But at the minute, it's a pretty uneventful race so far. And now, updating you guys again, we have our first retirement on lap 12, and that is of Giancarlo Fisichella. He has just retired from the Grand Prix, but more importantly, as you can see, Rubens Barrichello has cleared the two Jordans in that time, and there is a back marker of one of the Minardis. Hopefully can get through him quite quickly, otherwise it could cost him a position. There you can see Damon Hill all over the back of the Brazilian as they go into the centre S's. They're back on board with Johnny Herbert. As you can see, the back marker just letting Barrichello through, and he's holding up the other Jordan. I don't know which one it is. It will be Damon Hill then, but he has let Barrichello and Frentzen through, and that means that both Stewarts are now in the top 6. Mika Hakkinen continues to lead by an absolute long way, and Michael Schumacher has passed David Coulthard for 2nd place of this race. So back again on lap 17, we're keeping both drivers on push because we don't want to be overtaken by the Jordans, and nothing else has really happened. But Barrichello is starting to pull away from Frentzen. Nothing much happening at the front either. Hakkinen still has a commanding lead. He's just making his way through back markers, and soon he'll be coming to us actually. David Coulthard's losing touch of Michael Schumacher, who's pulling away, and he's stuck behind one of the BARs, that is Jack Villeneuve. So nothing really much happening, and the pit stops are coming up soon as well, with Barrichello pitting on lap 35. Okay, moving on to lap 23 now, and I think a battle's starting to happen here, because look at Johnny Herbert. He's got Rubens Barrichello all over him, and there is a back marker just up the road. That is one of the BARs. I don't know which one it is. That could cause some trouble for Johnny. So we're going to have a look now, see if Rubens can make a move. Going down to... Oh my goodness me! I think he was caught off guard there by one of the cars entering the pits. It's actually Minardi, not a BAR, that Johnny is about to lap, and yet he does go through. And Barrichello now held up by that Minardi, and I think from that traffic jam there, from that driver going to the pits, if we go back with Barrichello, there is a Jordan behind us, and that's not good at all. Rubens, can you please pass the Minardi? And the Minardi, can you just hold up Frentzen, please? I'm a bit worried here that Frentzen, he's actually made a move. He's actually made a move. Is this Minardi deliberately trying to sabotage our race? Are you having a laugh? I'll look at the Minardi. You cheating bastard. Okay, so not long after both, so not long after the Minardi drivers trying to sabotage our race, Johnny Herbert has literally fallen off. He's fallen from 5th to 8th. Both Jordans have got past him. Barrichello's now past him. So this race is going from slightly bad to worse. And just as I was talking about Johnny Herbert losing positions, he's game one because of a retirement for Eddie Irvine, the Ferrari, and he had a fuel problem in the last race. And that's his 2nd retirement of the season. So a shame for the Brits there, as that's his 2nd retirement in 2 races. But that puts Barrichello up to 4th. Forgot to mention Pedro Diniz retired as well, with a driver error. Pit stops aren't too far away now. I'm just got to hope that Barrichello can keep a marginal gap to the 2 Jordans behind him. so I can put him in the whole position so he doesn't destroy his car. Okay, more drama. Drama alert has happened. David Coulthard is out the race for an engine failure, and he obviously won the last round in Australia, so crucial scenes here. Michael Schumacher in second could be taking the lead of the championship if he stays in this position. Rubens Barrichello, though, in third yet again, so could it be another podium for the Stewart team? And he's slowly staying ahead of Heinz-Harald Frentzen as well. Right, so I'm a little bit worried now. I don't think Johnny's going to have enough fuel until the end of the race, so we're going to pit him in at the end of this lap. So I forgot to show Johnny's pit stop. He's exited the pit lane in 6th position, apparently. Well, I said 7th there, but no, he's in 6th position, so he's still in the points. But here we are, Rubens Barrichello, who will be going into the pits at the end of this lap, and here he is now. Hopefully he can stay in that podium position once he leaves the pit lane. It would be good if he can. We'll compare his pit stop times to everyone else in a minute. Is that me, or is that a Jordan going to be coming to the pits as well? Can see the Jordan mechanics out already. And that is a Mclaren in the pits. That is Mika Hakkinen. What are you doing? What are you doing? Trying to sabotage us, aren't you? We're not even going to be battling you in the championship because your car's too bleeding quick. Barrichello exits the pits and he's in 5th position. We're going to put him back on a push to try and increase the chance of him catching up to the Jordans, and we're going to do the same with Johnny as well. What's the gap? Actually, Johnny Herbert's catching up to Damon Hill. He's not far up behind him. Here on lap 45 of the Brazilian Grand Prix. I'm feeling a little bit confident now. I'm going to put Barrichello on hold position for a little bit. As you can see, well, Damon Hill is stopped in a train of back markers. Obviously, Schumacher's already lapped him. We've just lapped for Prost of, I think that was Olivier Panis, because yeah, Trulli's out of the race. In other words, back in front, we're going to take a look at Mika Hakkinen. He is still leading this race, miles ahead of everyone else, and unless we see a car failure, I can't see Hakkinen losing this race. So it apparently says that we're 41 seconds ahead of Damon Hill, but I don't think we've lapped him. I'm not sure if that's true or not. If we hold position, I don't know, we're going to keep him on push for now. And on lap 55, Frentzen's passed Johnny Herbert. So that's put him out. Let's put him in 6th. He's still in the points. I think Ralph, yeah, he is a couple of laps down. If Johnny can't catch up with Frentzen, we're just going to put Johnny in hold position. Barrichello is still currently in 3rd, holding that podium position nicely. Oh shit! Everything. Frentzen is actually on a charge here now. On push, Johnny couldn't hold him off. I'm going to be worried if Frentzen does actually pass us now. Just got to hope that he can hold it towards the end. Oh, it's looking close, but I think Barrichello's going to do it.
I've damaged the car too much to continue.
Oh, cock. That's not a bad sign. Please don't be Rubens. Damn it! Shit! You stupid driver! No! And 3rd place has literally gone out the fucking window. That was a consolation. Damon Hill's retired. Barge boards was for... No, sorry. Suspension was for cause of Barrichello's retirement. So here we are on board with Mika Hakkinen, who is rounding the final few corners here at the Interlagos circuit, where last time the Australian Grand Prix definitely wasn't his race. He ran out of fuel due to a fueling error from his team. But Mika Hakkinen, he's back on form here, and the 1998 World Champion is going to open his campaign to try and win this championship. Mika Hakkinen wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Michael Schumacher, not far away from the end now, is going to be finishing in 2nd place. And with David Coulthard retiring, this means that he would move into the lead of the championship. And yep, so a very, very good result here for Michael. And as what he needs to beat Hakkinen in the championship. Obviously, that's Hakkinen's 1st points per season. Coulthard with retirement. Michael Schumacher going onto the final straight, past the pit lane now, and here he is, Michael Schumacher, for his second consecutive second place, and that moves him into the lead of the Drivers' Championship. But on what could have been a lot more for Stewart GP, it's only going to be what seems to be 4th place, and it could have had a podium again. Rubens Barrichello, unfortunately, he hasn't had the best of luck at his home Grand Prix, and he has retired due to a suspension failure. But Johnny Herbert, I think we've got to praise him here for keeping the car on the track. As there was a lot of retirements in this race, he finished 4th in the opening rounds, and I think the team will be happy with his performance as he crossed the start-finish line here at Interlagos to take another 4th place. Alexander Wirtz and John Lacey will round out the final points paying positions. So, only 9 finishes. Minardi came close to scoring points, so did BAR. Mika Hakkinen wins, so that will make the championship interesting. Of course, he retired in the last race. Michael Schumacher taking second. Heinz-Alf Frentzen taking that podium position thanks to the suspension failure from Rubens Barrichello. Real shame that is, we could have had another podium, but I'm happy with Johnny Herbert for taking 4th place. Still more points for us. I don't know if we're ahead of Jordan or not. Which I think we just might be. Ferrari have definitely overtaken us now. But yeah, I'm still happy with that. 4th place for Johnny is very, very good. So after that fairly entertaining Brazilian Grand Prix, it's Michael Schumacher with his 2 second places. That now moves into the lead of the Drivers' Championship. And obviously the next round is Ferrari territory. So could we see Schumacher maybe take a win in the next race? David Coulthard and Mika Hakkinen, 2nd and 3rd, both McLarens with 10 points. They still lead the Constructors' Championship, and then we see Johnny Herbert with his 2 4th places moving into 4th in the Championship, Frentzen moving into 5th, and Barrichello 6th. With Damon Hill, Alex Wirtz, and John Lacey the only other drivers that have scored points. Still a lot of drivers that have still not scored at all yet. Obviously, we've still got many rounds to go. And onto the Constructors' Championship, we have now dropped to 3rd after being in 2nd after the first round. Ferrari obviously overtaken us now thanks to Schumacher's 2 second places, and McLaren with 20 points sitting strongly in 1st position. We're still ahead of Jordan though, which is good, and Benetton and Sauber of course have managed to get points this weekend, their first points of the season. Still got 5 teams yet to score, and Williams is going to be one I'm going to be watching out for. They should be a very close contender with us in the championship. So we've got to keep an eye out for them. Looking at the Team Manager Championship, we're somehow still in 1st. Ron Dennis in 2nd and John Tott in 3rd. We can see Alain Prost, like I mentioned in the last episode, I was surprised to see him in such a high position. In the last race, he was 3rd. And, and I said John Tott should be in his position, and well, he is now. John Tott moves into 3rd because he is leading the Drivers' Championship with Michael Schumacher. Frank Williams currently rated the worst manager, and I can see why the game thinks that. Of course, he hasn't scored any points yet with 2 drivers that are capable of scoring points. And so John Tott, the biggest mover, I think. Rocco Benetton as well getting points. And Peter Sauber moving up a position, with Frank Williams, like I said, being rated the worst manager. So I hope you enjoyed the Brazilian Grand Prix. And next up, we're hoping to try and improve from a retirement of Rubens Barrichello in the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola, which is not in San Marino, it's in Italy. So, obviously a very, very famous circuit, and I really, really like this track. On previous F1 games, I've really enjoyed driving around it. So it's a track I like. Obviously, this is Ferrari territory as well. It's one of the 2 home Grand Prix that Ferrari have. So they're expected to do well. Maybe we can see Michael Schumacher take a win after 2 second places. I haven't yet decided on my driver lineup, but I probably will after this race. Obviously, I don't have much money left, so I said in the comment section to my previous video that I'm looking for a fast driver 1 and a fast driver 2 is also quite cheap as well. So yeah, feel free to suggest drivers if you want down in the comment section. And so yeah, the San Marino Grand Prix, that'll be next up. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's race at the Interlagos circuit. If you have, please leave a like, comment down below and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Close time, guys, been DMath 96. I'll catch you guys later.
We are always running for the thrill of it.